Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This is a walkthrough of Boss Katana Air Tone Studio app, which is available on iOS and Android devices. There is no desktop version of this, so it is really important to get familiarized with this app to get the best out of your Katana Air amp. First of all, make sure your Bluetooth is on your phone, and then power on the Katana Air amp, and then press the Bluetooth button on the top panel of the amp. Launch the app on your device, and in next window press on Bluetooth MIDI device and connect Katana Air MIDI. It will connect in a flash and it will appear here as connected, as you can see here. Press OK, then it will take you to the main page of the app. The top panel of the Katana Air amp can be divided to three main sections: amp and EQ section, then comes the effects section, and the tone settings section. All of these are nicely represented in this app. You can easily select your tones here by clicking on the drop down menu. As you can see, all 6 tones are available from this drop down menu. Let's have a look at the amp and EQ section. All these parameters can be controlled through the app even without touching the amp. You can select your amp, whichever the amp you want to play with, and then control all these parameters just by swiping your finger up and down, as you can see here. Keep on pressing on the dial. It will give you a keypad as well, where you can enter the values numerically. Let's have a look at the effects section. As you know, in the effects section of the Katana Air amp, the first knob, if you turn it to the left side, it will give the selection of boost effects, and if you turn it to the right side, it will be the modulation effects. It is the same with the second knob as well, with delay and effects. Third knob is usually reserved for reverb, but we can change that as well. On the app, press on the effects tab to access effect knobs. Here you can control the weight signal as well as change the banks, as you do on the amp, between red, yellow and green. When you click on the edit button at the corner, it will take you to the page where you choose your effects and modulations. Here you can store 3 different effects on either side of each knob, so you can access 6 effects per knob. As you can see in the delay section, you can have 3 different types of delays. And also there's a tab button, so you can tap on it to set the delay time. We can use this section called mode to assign combination of delay and reverb or delay only, to the third button of effects section, which is usually used only for reverb. If you press on each tab of the top bar, it gives us another level of control on all these effects. We can select different type of effects and edit them. As you can see, the interface has been designed as Boss pedals to dial in our tones. I hope Boss would come up with better graphics for these sections in the future. As I mentioned before, we can use the third knob of effects section for delay or reverb using the mode section. Delay effect in the mode section can be adjusted using the delay 2 unit, which has its own tab button. Here you can select the type of reverb and tweak it. Then comes EQ with 3 pages, and then the noise gate. As you can see, the options of editing your tones are limitless, and you don't even have to touch the amp for that. You can keep the amp well away from you and use the app for all this editing. This little icon on the top will give you options of 3 different effect chains that you can use as you desire to get different flavors of the tones. Once you're happy with your tones, you can write them for future use. Click on the right button and then select write. Then it will give you the options to select where you want to write the tone to, with a name for your tone. There are 7 places, as you can see, but be mindful that this will overwrite whatever the tone that you have in there in that bank. Next, let's have a look at our tone library. In the bottom bar, click on Librarian. This is my custom live set, and I have some tones that I have created, and also there are some tones which I have downloaded and saved. Other live sets which are seen here are the ones I have downloaded from Boss Katana Central. On the right hand side of every patch and the live set, there are 3 dots. If you click on them, you can rename your patches and the live sets as you wish. Click on Edit drop-down menu to access copy and delete functions or playlists you want to delete or copy. Now let's see how we import and export tones to and from Katana Air. Click on down arrow button on the right corner and select the source that we are importing from, Katana Air, file or cloud storage. You can choose any tone from Katana Air tone bank. Now let's choose a tone from our cloud. I have few tones already uploaded onto cloud for the demonstration purpose. Just click on the live set that you want to download and it will immediately appear in your library. To export your tones, click on the up arrow on the right corner and choose your destination. If you select Katana Air, you can store your live set patches into the 6 banks of channel A and B to access them easily. Again, I have to warn you that this will overwrite whatever the tone that you have in that particular bank. In a similar manner, you can easily export your live sets into your cloud storage or as a separate file. To be honest, I mostly use the cloud option to store my tones. However, it seems that we can only export the live sets rather than individual tones. Unfortunately, you would not find any third-party tones for Katana Air online, and the only option we have is the Boss Tone Central. If you click on the icon in the bottom bar, you can access Tone Central, and there you can audition them and add them into your library as you wish. You can actually find a wide range of tones here with some description on each tone. However, it is disappointing to see that this has not been updated for a while. Next up in the bottom bar is a guitar tuner. I have to say this is really convenient. It is fairly accurate and every day I use this. It's really nice to have it here. Then comes the system setting page where you have all the settings for your Bluetooth, and then there you can check your amp battery level as well, change your standby time. With the drop down menu, I have set it to 15 minutes rather than 30 minutes. If you use line out, you can change the feel of the signal that is sent, as you can see here. Then there is a global EQ. I don't usually use this, but you can switch it on in the setting page if you want to. You can tweak the USB settings when you connect the amp to the computer. You can access manual through the system settings, and also can check the Wi-Fi status between the guitar and the amp. If you have a Boss wireless expression pedal, this page will give you the access to the controls of it. Okay, I think I have covered pretty much everything now. So I hope this is useful for you. Only recently I bought a Katana amp and I love it just because of the convenience. If there's anything I have missed here, please let me know. Thank you for watching this video and see you next time.